Hey everyone, welcome to the Spurs News. Today we're going to talk about the transfer window, how good was it, and what would you do to improve it, first of all. Second, who is the player that could still be coming in? Most of the other channels are talking about him. And then, lastly, we're going to talk about the Spurs News, and let's spur our way to glory. Alright, first off, let's get started. Now, a lot of people are saying Pochettino was offered to sign two players, but he turned down, which is Marcos Asensio, as a lot of people are saying. And then there's another player that he was asked to sign, or was given an opportunity to sign, but he said he turned it down, which is Yuri Tillemans. Yuri Tillemans, who plays for Leicester City. Let me know what you think about that. Does that show that our weakness in the transfer window was because of Pochettino's reluctance to ask for the players or to be confident in the players that were offered to him? It's a big question. I don't know. To be honest, I thought Pochettino did very well, but I did see that the transfer windows were very weak when he was in. Mourinho, on the other hand, did one of the best transfer windows in the club's history, I could argue. And I would give him an 8 or 9 out of 10. Almost perfect. The only thing that was missing is one player that I was hoping that we would bring in, which is a center back. The center back that I was hoping that we could bring in was Milan Skriniar or someone of that stature to improve the defense. Because as we have seen in the FIFA ratings, Eric Dyer is also not very highly rated in the FIFA 21. He's only 78. Can you believe that? And he plays in the center back at the Spurs. He is the main player to protect the goal. We haven't kept a clean sheet yet. We're not going to keep one with Eric Dyer and Davinson Sanchez in defense. They need someone more powerful, stronger in center back position. Okay, now let's talk about the players we brought in. Carlos Vinicius was amazing. It's a player that we've been crying for the past years, I would say, and it's a player that's going to improve the squad a lot. I don't even know how good he's going to do yet, but I can say his presence is enough to give confidence to the other players if Harry Kane does get injured. That's number one. So for a Carlos Vinicius deal, we would give the score of, out of 10, I would give him an 8, because our number one preference at the Spurs News was Milik, but that didn't happen. Now, talking about the player that came in also, which was Joe Hart. I am not very impressed with that deal. I have to be honest, and I think that's a deal that we didn't need to get. Okay, maybe if he's just replacing Michel Vorm as a third keeper, that's fine. But as I see, he is taking the second spot from Paulo Gazzaniga, and we're trying to get rid of him. That's not okay at all. I don't know what's the strategy behind this. I would have brought in a younger keeper that could be the future after Hugo Lloris. But I would give the second spot, no chance, no arguments, at Paulo Gazzaniga. So let me know what you think. Then moving to the third signing, which was of course the saga of the summer, which was Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg was an amazing deal, but I was hoping we would go for somebody a little bit more, let's say, aggressive in the midfield, like a Matic, a huge personality. I don't see that Højbjerg has that personality. That being said, I would give him a 9 out of 10, as he is proving to be very good in that position. All right, then going to the signing of the summer, I would argue between him and Bale, which is Reguilón. Reguilón shows that he is an amazing player. This is the player that I would say that deserves a 10 out of 10. It's a perfect signing. We needed it so much, especially after the first game we played against Everton, where Ben Davies showed that he is very weak with that. In that game, in that position, and he's closing on his end of his career. So Reguilón is the signing of the summer. Let me know who was the signing of the summer for you. Moving on, Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale homecoming is a risky one. We don't know what to expect with him, but we will see what we were going to expect or what he will offer. October 18th, as I understand, he will start against West Ham. So let me know what you think about Gareth Bale. Is he the signing of the summer? That signing is amazing, just publicly and in terms of media coverage and things like that. It has put Spurs even higher in the rankings and potential. That being said, I would give that signing another 9 out of 10. I just don't give it a 10 because he is prone to injuries and his salary is very high for the age that he's coming back at. Now, I don't know how much motivation he will have to prove himself again at this age. Now, to the last player that we've signed, and this is a player that I have been crying for because I wasn't confident with the player that we had, and a lot of people are gonna say, oh no, he's a great player, blah 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 blah. He's a good player, I don't argue with that. The right back that we have was a magnificent player, but the problem with him is he was prone to mistakes and he gave away a lot of penalties during the season that passed. So Matt Doherty is a great deal, but he is proving that he has a lot of weaknesses in defense as well. So that's why I'm gonna give him a 7 or 8 out of 10. Let me know what you think. So an overall for this transfer window, a score of 8.5 out of 10. Let me know what you think about that score. Do you think we deserve a higher score for this transfer window business that we've done or not? Let's go to the news. Gareth Bale is going to start the game October 18th. That's a lot of pundits are anticipating that. And then Lo Celso is going to be out. We're not sure how long yet, but we will see as the gossips will transpire in the coming days. And then another player from Wales could be joining the Spurs, as the transfer window in England has not been shut yet. It will close on October 16th, and that gives us around 2 weeks to sign Rodon, which is a center back from Swansea City, and we could be giving them Carter Vickers, the American center back that we are not having in our future plans, or Mourinho doesn't consider as part of his the team in the future. And then Daniel Rose will not have a number as in the UEFA squad again because Mourinho doesn't want him in the squad. That being said, let me know what you think about the transfer window. Do you think Mourinho changed Daniel Levy's mind and forced him to sign the players after the first game, or before that they had a plan to sign all these players? Thank you for watching the Spurs news. As always, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. And tomorrow we will have a video about the predictions for the UEFA Nations League Cup and the games that are going to be international taking place tomorrow and during the week. Have a great night. See you tomorrow. Thank you for watching Spurs News. Spurs News, tracking down every detail. Transfer news, every gossip, every finished move. Game predictions,
analyzing a given what